Hey guys, I'm back. Um, so I've been trying to think about what kind of new characters for me, and unfortunately, I still don't really know. So I don't really know what this character is gonna become, to be honest. Do something here on my laptop. While we're doing that, Google, why you no start? There you are. That's one part of the
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name? Oh, at least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Alright, but I mean, like I said, I don't really. Um, I think I know what I want to do actually. This came up with a grand idea. When Dark Souls 2, like, not first came out, but when it was out for the 360, I ended up making a um, Paladin Leroy build, and I don't know if you guys know who that is who's watching, but basically it was like this guy that had a shield that would heal him, and a giant ass like club that did like mostly magic damage. I would want to say it's lightning, but I mean, it didn't really do much damage. I don't know how to feel about that. But anyway, the only problem is you never really knew what he looked like underneath. But I guess I can just put it together now. Alright, Jack. We're gonna be using spells. I don't know. That is actually incredible. It's like it was like a picture of it was like a picture of the armor set that this guy wears, which is usually gold, but it was like a reskin, so it was like all platinum. Oh wait, that's just like oh. That is actually incredibly close. Best feature by far. Which, I mean, is already pretty close to so you know a game has good customization features when you can change the width of their nostrils. There we go. Places now. Alright, I want to go back to the original picture now that I got this color down. There's like far more thing. guys know what that means? Try to comment that, because I have no. Now, I could have sworn you can actually get the eyebrows closer. But eye space. That. Actually, release. All right. This actually looks really close to the face of this guy. Now, do I want wall check or well, let me type the description out to describe wall check. You know what? No, so this is actually really good. Starter. And because of logic, we have to start with the extra humanity. That's what logic was all about, you know.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. over and over again.
Alright. Just trying to find one thing. I'll just first thing first, finish off that. Going down as well. If I get attacked while I'm doing that, it'll stop the actual swing. And the stone ring, uh, additional reduction of enemy points. So the beloved ring of the gallant shieldless Lothian, formerly of Ferosa, hits greatly reduced enemy points to withstand, or no, The effect may seem trivial, but for those who comprehend how critical it is to exploit a hole in enemy defenses, the significance of this ring will be clear. So basically, it just further break their voice. But I mean, it's not that effective. While real quick, just wanted to say this video or playthrough will be more about, it's not gonna be a tutorial, but I will I'll travelers tuning won't provide much in the way of protection. The cursed souls wander the lands in a strange way of ending up there, as if run far, from afar, by some force. I'm only going to read things that have, like, actual... Warm, soft, shadow-like effigy. Use its item to reverse hollowing. It also to other worlds, hunting invasions, and boost cooperation. Here close the end effigy is the perceived form of whose form it takes to defend a small stone made up of crystallized souls gradually restores the soul of HP, often found to be abandoned corpse of where remain dark sign. This is what makes it dead. An accursed mark. The dark sign inducing death, returning to the last moment at the cost of all souls. But gather some semblance of a whole before the will to do so. So like this, I mean, see, I can't copy it. This is technically an item when you die, the game does it automatically, and it just does exactly that. It just drops all your souls. This is your best. Soul of a lost and dead, quest on hollow, used to acquire souls. Soul is the source of hollow, death, or hollowing the mind seeks. The black separation was full of symbol of farewells that were passed down since time immemorial. The crystal sends magic back to the homes, or sends you back to the homes, and you or despair and are valuable experiences you bear. Order online play item punished for fleeing other roads. However, this charm is first fire directed at you. The sins are not easily buried, and there's no telling let off so easily next time. Each encounter in life is a precious turn of fate, and fate will not be cheap. I would just like to say that I've never actually used this thing. I don't really know what it does. Smooth and silky stone used to slightly restore HP. The shine of this stone is no ordinary polish. It can only be achieved. Come in this land of art and search by such songs. So that means we're probably. Well, I know for but I will tell you very fast. Holy water endowed with a divine blessing, cures status effects and fully restores HP. Water blessed by an angel goddess. Her name is long forgotten in the magic of magic. Determines or denies even her existence. In any age, there are those who refuse to see reason. It is a medley that distorts the truth. Alright, so these are like messages that people real people listen carefully and trap. Try left, fatty. These are bloodstains, so like if someone dies, it'll show them getting attacked by whatever it is. So you can kind of like, get a idea of this is new. It's color the person, it'll show more than one. So they just got banged. Blood. That's like pretty. Sure. This one all the way over there. I want to see that one again. He used to just start running away.
Have you business with me? The way yonder is all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above! Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now. See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real live person was turned to stone, do you? See that statue? Gives me the willy. Hey.
Alright, so he's talking about the statue. No, it's not that. It's actually this person. Well, statue. It's a statue. It's not a person. We don't know. Statue blocks away. It's kind of cracky. I don't know. This is actually a part of later. White ashen bone. Return to last bonfire rested at. Bonfires burn on the bones of the undead. And this bone, belonging to one whose journey was cut short, has the power to travel to bonfires, as if it yearns to resume a futile quest. So that's it's talisman. Talisman used by cleric knights. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. It is said that the cleric knights who use these talismans to hunt down accursed undead. Cleric knights fight with pride, and by blocking the recovery of the undead, they can also fight with impunity. But build will probably just end up just like regular physical attack because Bot Trek didn't really use that. Actually, I don't yeah, the slumbering dragon crest thing you went to fight him in Enarlon. But that ring is crazy hard to get. It's kind of like Belrose Covenant, but I don't think the shard of an Estus flask, shards of deeply soaked Estus. Craft the shard to an Estus flask. For the ages of this rare strength from the original flask. Now this shard remains serving as the best stage of their
Are you, or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters.
Thanks, bitch.
Take this with you. May it ease your journey. Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
Glass bottle of liquid. Fill it with Estus at the bonfire and drink from it to restore nature. The nature of the liquid glasses, bonfires that the world is entirely up. But that is of little concern for anyone dead who knows the value of its precious glasses.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement, a place where life is almost normal. And in Drangleic these days, there are very few places like that.
I have a cool little fact about this guy. For anyone who played Dark Souls 1, or even Demon Souls, you may already put it together.
I am Solden. And like you, I lost everything. And now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody. Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now, like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Why not? I don't have anything right now.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the Sentinels cradle you in their embrace. Do you feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some time. Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants. There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey. But don't venture too far inside, or you might not come back. Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate. In the cathedral, the Apostles of Blue gather. But the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. It works. I just don't know. Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth? I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort. The flame you see there is a bonfire. They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us. Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went.
Red robe ladies getting.
Did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds. In Drang Lake, the flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn. Poignant wishes, dashed dreams, the messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. Somebody out there is sure to listen. You may notice symbols that appear upon the ground. These are summon signatures. They call upon spirits from other worlds through the schisms in time. If you fear hollows, Find summon signatures to call upon spirits to help you. Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey. But don't venture too far inside.
Alright. On Earth. Alright,
May you find peace on your journey.
real quick, I'm gonna read the description. And I'm gonna say something. Ring of the Way of Covenant increases HP slightly. The Way of Blue is not a developed religion. It is a prayer that spread naturally amongst those seeking. When apostles of blue are invaded by dark spirits, they can receive assistance from masters of other worlds. So basically, if you get invaded by someone, and someone else, you have this ring on, and then someone invades you, it will, like, so there's the apostle, alright, so there's 9 covenants, 2 are the blue apostles, which is us now, and the blue sentinels. The blue sentinels will come into the apostles' worlds when they get invaded if they both have. I have never gotten help, so I find it the reason why you hurt all pretty much. It's not very worth it. Now that I'm looking at it, but alright. There's another. Here. There's this one. This is the Victor Stone, the Covenant of Champions, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much, you can't get help from people can't invade you. You kill the NPCs of invaders, and you get the Awe Stone, and then you offer that Awe Stone. Stone, and then you get
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
We could buy something. I'm actually just gonna read the descriptions real quick. A modest but inexplicably disturbing ring. Absorb HP for each enemy defeated. Peer too closely at the rear stone that forms the eye of this ring, and things that writhe and stir may come into focus. We're actually going to use that ring later. The Silver Cat Ring. Silver ring depicting a leaping feline, reducing fall damage from falling. Legend has it that when a cat grows old, a force brews within them and they are reborn as something new. The Red Eye Ring. A cursed ring depicting a demon eye. Becomes easier to be detected by enemies. If it is tranquility that you seek, then you should never have left your home. If you seek strife, then fair enough, but no need to overdo it. This pretty much just makes you take most of the aggro. It's useful if you're like a white summon or whatever, or even like a sunbro. And, you know, most of the enemies will go after you, so that way you can just sit there and block them all, and then someone else will just go behind them and kill them all. Name engraved ring, a special ring that can be engraved with the name of a god. Becomes easier to connect to worlds of players who choose the same god. There are countless vestiges of long-lost gods in the ruins of Drang Lake, or perhaps they are the very gods of ours. Oh my god. The very same gods as ours, only known by different names. Basically, servers. You choose a god. You can't see anything other than people. Like, you can't see any signs other than what people put down under the same god. It's hard to actually explain. Ring of Whispers. Ring worn by Roy the Explorer. Not the last time we'll see that name. Hear the inner voices of surrounding foes, useful for locating hidden enemies and perhaps for a few other things as well. We're gonna need to buy that later anyway. Prism Stone. A slightly warm rock emits a beautiful phasing aura of 7 colors with a very rare 8th. The Prism Stone does nothing special, but if you feel you may lose your way, it can serve as a path marker. I've never actually bothered to use that. Alluring Skull, a skull of unknown ownership. Smashing it releases traces of souls which attract nearby foes. Does not work on all enemies, but can prove useful in unexpected ways. It's just a decoy, guys. Calm down. I know you guys are getting all riled up and everything, but seriously, it's not. So, see, we're on Wave the Blue right now, rank 0. Those other slots will be filled up as we find them.
This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful? This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. The old ones. Those 4 who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their name anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent that grows nicer with each passing day. Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything. The only thing he's good for now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say. You give something to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know? Did you see that oddly formed rock behind here? Long ago they called it Victor's Stone, as I recall. If you wish to face greater challenges, speak to the rock. Although, you'd just as well not. This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful?
Alright.
Nothing suited you, I presume?
That's, sweet Shulkire.
Well, that's dismaying.
fuck? The little pigs? Yeah, well they do stupid damage and they have stupid fucking... They have stupid... Oh my god. Souls, not worth it. I was expecting Titanite shard used to reinforce equipment, reinforces equipment up to +3. Titanite was discovered in an ancient layer of Earth and is said to be a gift from the gods. Titanite of this size has very little power, but it is still rare to find.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
Alright, Falconers. Falconer helm. Helm worn by the Vulcan Falconers. Domestic Vulcan soldiers are infamously timid, so it is no wonder that this fierce band of mercenary Falconers was hired to compensate. In practice, they serve as bodyguards for the affluent elite, and they serve well, such that nobody dares recognize their backgrounds. Small shield made of iron, the unusual design suggests a foreign origin. Lightweight despite its iron construction, and sturdy despite its small size, but not sufficient to protect one from real danger. Wooden great shield featuring twin dragons, quite light for the size of a shield. One requires strength to handle great shields, but they are very stable. In battle, one fights using shield bash instead of parry.
I came from the west, from Vulcan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Vulcan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here? By the... Well, I do hope I see you again.
You fucked up, that's much left to do here. I didn't forget about that guy, by the way. I'm gonna talk about him right after. But yeah. So this character is mostly physical, and probably dexterity. Use two-shot health. Standard wooden Parma, the fancy name, and nifty paint are surely emergent efforts to make this very ordinary shield more attractive. A broken straight sword, handled as a dagger due to its length, this inexpensive sword is terribly worn, but nevertheless a favorite amongst thieves. It reminds me of the dagger in Shadow of Mordor. Now, you know we're gonna have to go back there and get my souls. Yup. Gotta do all this shit again. I would just like to point out that because I died, I'm now no longer beautiful as also, when you die, you lose a little bit of health. So now it says we're at 764. You probably can't really see it, but at the very end of the break, you don't have to quite as much. got a call. So
Therefore, misery will. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid.
bitch.
Seek those whose names are unutterable.
I didn't realize
The
she had more to
four
say.
endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away. Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you to see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
The shard lady, calm down. Not really sure why you go into that stance. Alright, can do it, guys. Awesome. Yeah, you see, now we got two Estus classes. It's not quite like Dark Souls 1.
Oh, hello. Thanks very much.
I just like this outfit at the beginning. Matches the shield and everything. Alright, rest. Alright, so this guy over here, for Dark Souls 1, there's the Crestfallen Knight, and in Demon Souls, I've never played Demon Souls, so I don't really know what to call him, but there was, that guy that sits right next to the first Arkstone, and, they basically all give you those hints and tips, right? It's all the same voice actor, he's the same voice, he was one of the only, if not the only person to be the same type of character and be the same voice actor. It's the same guy. If you played Dark Souls 1, Demon Souls, and you put that together, congratulations. Because, I mean, I thought about it at first, and then I was like, oh, it can't be. Everyone else is different, right? No, this is the same guy.
Life is a journey, and every journey eventually leads to home. May you find peace on your journey. Life is...
Now that I said that, I want to provoke some of his dialogue and see if you guys can hit it again.
Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate. In the cathedral, the Apostles of Blue gather. But the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know. May you find peace on your journey.
Same guy. Pretty cool. Alright, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. I will see you guys next time. If you like this episode, you want to see more of lore and everything that I'm going through, be sure to hit like and subscribe.